Hello everyone, the 316 here with another DC Multiverse figure review. This time I have two different Batman figures to take a look at. On the left we have the Azrael Batman armor from one of the more recent Mcfarlane waves. This is the non-platinum version, or the red version, from Night's End. And on the right we have the Target exclusive Flashpoint Batman, at least I think it was Target exclusive. Both of these figures retail for around $19.99. I think Azrael might have been $22.99, something like that. But anyway, I just thought I'd do them together since they're both like, they both kill people. It wouldn't surprise me if he used a gun. But anyway, obviously I don't have the box for Flashpoint Batman, but I'm okay with that. I got this guy loose for a really good price, so I can't complain. I think it was like under $40, which, for how much he's going for on the aftermarket, I think I did pretty good. Let's go ahead and start off with their accessories. Not too much to look at here, but Azrael here and, of course, Flashpoint Batman both come with a trading card. And on the back, this is one of the earlier figures, so it has the source, the height, and the weight. I really wish they'd keep the source in here. That would have been nice, but oh well. And, at least these ones match, what we see here, of course. It is interesting to note with this one, though, this kind of looks like all one piece down here. I think it's just how it's drawn, but it is good. He is missing that little circular dot above his left eyebrow, but otherwise, everything looks good there. So there's the cards, and they will go in my binder. Accessories-wise, Azrael only comes with 6 of these wing pieces. That's all he comes with, nothing else. And I'll show you how those go in. So, on the top of the figure there, you'll see there is a circular hole and a square hole. It goes in the square hole. Okay, you just stick that in. I usually put the circular one in first and then make sure to line up that square one. And that's how you get it in there. I recommend putting the ones closest to his head in first and then working your way out. Otherwise, it's going to be a bit of a pain. This guy has trouble standing up, so I'm just trying to get him into a decent pose. And Flashpoint Batman over here comes with probably the most interesting accessories of these two guys. Let me splay his arms out so we can see them. He comes with 2 pistols, which are dry-brushed silver. Yeah, one of the Mcfarlane figures that actually did come with some pistols. And they do have portholes if you want to put some accessories in there, although they are different sizes. I thought that was weird. And if you really wanted to, if you have the Mcfarlane accessories pack, that comes with a pair of guns. And there's also this assault rifle I think he looks good with, which I'll take a look at. But he does come with 2 trigger finger hands, so of course you can put one in there, like so. Or you could stick it on his holsters, which that looks pretty good too. And just for the rest of the review, I am going to put them in the holsters. Had this guy on my list for a while, and I'm glad to have him. But lastly, let's take a look at this box. Stand up, you. So yeah, here's Azrael's box. If you're looking for him, there's the barcode, and there's the back. I've had this Azrael for a few months now, like 2 months at this point, I think. I just haven't had a chance to review him. They also both came with a stand. I had this guy on display for a little bit. This guy's been on my desk this whole time just because I like how he looks. Yeah, trying to get this guy to stand up has been an issue. It's mostly the ankles. Just because it's easier, I'm going to start with Flashpoint Batman here. They did a great job with this figure. I have practically no complaints. I will say, I think it was this arm here. I couldn't actually bend the lower portion because it was like glued in there. You can kind of see a little bit of where I had to like basically tear open the arm. It just would not bend. Like this thing was fused to the bottom. But now it's all good. And this side was fine too, as you can see. No problems there. But, just be wary. If you get your figure, it might have issues. Midsection piece also has some issues, as you can see. Some of that secondary piece that goes into the bottom portion there so that you can actually give him movement. It is a little bit higher. I don't know if that's a height mod or something, or if that's just a factory error or if it's like that on all the figures. But since we're here, I might as well show you his ab crunch. Not much, but you know, that's Mcfarlane figures for you. Not a lot of ab crunch. All the colors here mesh pretty well. Nothing looks out of place. All the grays match. The reds match. It's very well done. And the face, I thought was interesting. You can kind of see one of the eyes is a little bit further back. And that's because I keep knocking the camera over. Sorry, y'all. Just trying to take his head off so you can see. If you look inside his head, you'll notice that his eye piece is actually a separate piece that's been glued in there. Instead of all being one sculpt, it's actually two pieces. So you got the head piece, and then you got the eye section there. And that's why that's got some depth to it. And I do like that look, don't get me wrong, but it was a very strange design choice for this particular figure. Stick that back on there. I'm gonna have to do this off camera. Come on, you. There you go. Now, because of how old this figure is, only like, what, 4 years, 5 years at most, it does have the old ball joint at the ankles and the wrists, but truthfully, I honestly don't mind them. The wrist ones, they actually mesh pretty well. The ankle ones, not as much. Yeah, I mean, he also has trouble standing, but I don't think that's an issue of the ball pegs. I think that's just an issue of the figure. Because he's got very tall boots, or rather shoe portions of the boot, compared to newer figures, which are a little bit flatter, a little bit shorter, but they have more tread. As you can see, there's more foot hitting the floor, or whatever surface you put the shoe on. Let's see, any other articulation I wanted to point out? I think it was just here. He can't really do the splits just because the harness gets in the way, but, you know, who's going to have him pull on a Jean-Claude Van Damme, you know? I don't see anyone displaying this guy like that, but if you want to send me a picture of that, just leave an image or link in the comments. Yeah, can he kick his own ass? Let's see. Uh-oh, is this joint fused? Nope. He gets close. He gets pretty close to kicking his ass, but he does not have the ability to. Alright. The cape's nice too. It's got the points, and he's also got some like 5 o'clock shadow on his chin there. It does look a little weird up close, but I've seen worse done. Anyway, that's Flashpoint Batman. Glad to have him. And let's take a look at Azrael here, the Night Send variant. Now, this does have a platinum version. It is the blue one. I really would have liked to have gotten the blue one, but red is my favorite color, and I can't complain. I like this. This looks good. I love the silver hands here. I wish the gold was all the same color. This is yellow here and here, but oh well. You get some, you don't. This figure is mostly reused. The new parts, I believe, is this torso piece here with the wings on it, the wings themselves. The gauntlets are new with these, you know, little rubber pieces on both sides. I think both of the hands are new, because I think the original Azrael armor had, like, claws like that. And the head's new, of course. Like I said, one thing weird about the head, they didn't add that little circular thing up top there, but you saw on the card art. It's not something that bothers me, but I know for some people it bothers them. And I think I've seen at least one person customize the blue one to have that red dot above his eyebrow. Or where his eyebrow would be, rather. And, you know, as you can see, this guy, he has ankle issues. They're very, I wouldn't say they're loose, but they're not sturdy enough to hold up this figure properly. And Flashpoint Batman just knocked me out of the timeline. Let's fix that. Get in there, you. Alright. I really like that the red here, it's not just a solid red. There is a bit of a metallic sheen to it. I like how they did that. You know, you can see it when the camera, or rather the light hits it. There's just a little bit of metallic in there. After a while, I kind of realized This guy kind of has like KFC colors, right? Because like you have the white of the chicken bucket, you have the black for the text, the red of course for KFC, and then you have the chicken, which is the gold bits. I just thought that was funny. The red of the spikes, or the wings, I guess, back here. On camera, they look a different color than the rest of the rubber pieces here, but they are very close in person, and there goes his ankles again. I don't know where I'm going to put this guy on my shelf if he keeps falling over. These gauntlets do look pretty cool, though. And I don't think these are removable unless you want to go into customizing, but I believe they're glued into the backpack there, which has that big circular dome-looking thing. The legs are completely reused, no problem there. Smart reuse is fine. This is one of those instances. Really wish that Todd just released the red and the blue one at the same time. Same thing with Electric Superman, instead of making the platinum variants. It's just annoying. Todd's gone platinum crazy. I do plan on making a video about the platinum craze, I guess. Let's see, articulation-wise, let's get into that. He can actually crunch forward a decent amount, and might actually make him easier to stand up for me. Maybe not. Yeah, probably not. Maybe. Backwards, of course, pretty good, but the wings do get in the way. These are going to butt up against the rest of the figure and each other. That looks good there. Can we get a lower? Yes, we can get the lower. Can he kick his own ass? I believe he can. Oh yeah, he can easily kick his own ass. Look at that. Head actually has more movement than I thought. Like, it is very good, that head. Just solid amount of articulation on that. The arms with those rubber pieces, they don't get in the way, so you can do pretty much anything with the arms that you'd want to. You know, you can have him have these up so that he can fire the shots from his gauntlets. Alright, let's put him back on this stand, and then we'll do some size comparisons. Alright, you stand up, and you stand up. Alright, so Azrael here stands at the top of the wings, about 7 inches tall, maybe a little bit taller. And then Flashpoint Batman here stands at 7.5. That doesn't make any sense. Let's try that again. I see 7.5 and 7 inches. Okay, so he's just over 7. He's 7.5 inches. I was reading the ruler wrong there. All right, let's reposition these guys and we'll do our size comparisons. Here's Azrael next to some Batman figures. From left, we have the Digital Wave 1 Batman, we have the Nightfall Batman, and we have the Plastic Man Build-A-Figure Wave Batman. They all look pretty good next to Azrael. Obviously, the Nightfall one probably looks the best, but honestly, I kind of like how Hush Batman looks next to him, or the Hush body mold, rather, even though he looks a little tall, but, you know. And here's Flashpoint Batman next to the same Batman figures. I think he looks really good next to the Rebirth style Batman. I think this one's probably my favorite of the two comparison wise. I think that these two really mesh well with each other and have very similar designs to them, with the knee pads and the larger gauntlets, the bigger head, the smaller ears. These two look great together. And here's Flashpoint Batman next to the Flashpoint Cyborg Build-A-Figure Wave, Aquaman, Project Superman, Flash himself, and Wonder Woman, and Cyborg in the background. He looks so good next to all of these characters, especially Flash. I am glad that I finally now have a complete collection of figures. Obviously, there is an unmasked version of Thomas Wayne Batman, but I don't feel like I really need that one. It looks fine enough, but this was the Flashpoint Batman I needed for my collection. And here are the two figures next to our usual suspects, Build-A-Figure Atrocitus, Gold Label Arkham City Batman, WWE Mattel Elite 100 John Cena, the Halo Spartan Collection Spartan Yoroi, the AEW Unrivaled Samoa Joe, the Retro Card Back Return of the Jedi Star Wars Black Series Boba Fett. We have the Scarlet Spider from Marvel Legends, the G.I. Joe Classified Tiger Force Outback, and the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Dino Thunder Black. He wasn't in frame. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I definitely would recommend both of these figures. I would recommend, of the two though, probably Azrael Batman just because he's cheaper and he should be easier to find. I know this figure came out like a month or two ago, depending on where you lived, but he should still be able to be found online in some places. I want to say Big Bad Toy Store has some available, but not sure about that. Flashpoint Batman, love that figure. If you can get it for under $50, absolutely worth the money. Looks great. One of the better proportioned Mcfarlane figures of the entire line, in my opinion. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell. It all helps out the channel. And as always, peace.